So you have a basic brush, but you also have a choice to customize a brush in literally hundreds of ways. If you press F5 on the keyboard, or you go under Window, Brush, or you use your tablet brush presets here, and go under Brush, like so. If you just click on Brush Tip Shape, you can customize any of these brushes any number of ways. So in this case, I'm going to pick the rounded angle brush. Actually, let's start off with just the basic brush. I have this diagram here, and this shows you a facsimile, this window here, of what your brush is now going to look like. So now it looks like that. But I can also turn the angle of my brush. And if you're using a Wacom tablet, of course, you have even more control, and we'll talk about that in a separate demo. But I can adjust the hardness of this edge, the spacing of this edge, and really get the exact kinds of results I want. I can also flip it on its X axis or on its Y axis, and so forth. And however I leave this brush, it's going to be saved within the preferences and part of Photoshop. So the next time I come to this brush, that's how it's going to stay. I can save these brushes if I would like, and use them as presets, which we will talk about in, again, another demo. In addition to just the brush tip shape, we have other sorts of sets. So once I choose my initial brush, by adding these different elements, I can start to really change what my brush is doing. Each one of these has a different setting. So I can have it act by fade, but I can also have, let's say, pin pressure, again if I'm using a Wacom tablet, have the count of the texture, but I can also have it apply a texture at the same time, or transference, and I can combine these different shape options to achieve some really unique results. The best way to learn them is to play with each and every one of them.